Hi, I'm a personal trainer and nutritionist, and I am here to answer your internet questions. A lot of these questions are coming from Reddit, but I have gathered a lot from like Instagram, Threads, TikTok, whatever, a whole mishmash of questions that I can just answer for you. So let's go ahead and get started. First one. Kettlebell around the world feel pointless. If you don't know what a kettlebell around the world is, it's when you're like standing up, core is tight, you have the kettlebell, usually the bell is up and the handles are down, and you're going around like this, back and forth. Okay, now you know. All right, kettlebell around the world feel pointless. I'm not sure if I'm doing these wrong or if they are intended to be more of a cardio thing. When I do a heavier bell, it puts a bunch of strain on my fingers and forearms. It feels like it has very little core activation and fatiguing. Nothing in my core lights up doing these. I've tried doing them on my knees and it's not any different. Okay. So personally slash professionally, I don't really see, I'm not going to sit here and say this exercise is pointless. All exercises have their own thing and benefits and whatnot. But I do kind of hate saying that, like, they are a little pointless in the sense of, like, if you're just doing them to get a core workout. They're really good for balance. I think they're really good for proprioception and kind of like working with balancing through your body and overhead like control. Yes, your core should be working in the sense, but like, yeah, you're going to feel this more in your shoulders and, as this person said, the fingers and forearms. So if this is pretty much what I said back to this person. I asked, what was your reason for doing them? They replied, just looking for new and different ways to hit obliques differently. Okay, I can kind of see it. I thought these might be able to do it, but they don't seem to really activate anything. And it feels like more of a cardio exercise. They just don't seem to be that good in my case. Obliques are activated more in rotational things, every once in a while, side bendy things, or like holds and stuff, like planks and dragonfly crunches and whatnot. But if they want to hit obliques, and this is what I said to them, if they want to hit obliques more effectively, do more rotation like cable wood chops, twisters, rotating sit-ups, Russian twists, stuff like that. Twisters and Russian twists are two different things, by the way. And more plank hold, or more types of holds like plank holds, GHD holds, again, the dragonfly sit-ups and stuff like that. So that's that for that question. Hey, second one. Guys, please give me guidance. Hi, I'm a 13-year-old student. I feel like I'm very fat and weak. My BMI is 23.5. I can't afford any equipment or a gym membership. So I've decided to start with bodyweight exercises / calisthenics. So please guide me by recommending me some workout splits or even exercises or even full workout routines if you can. I can't do a push-up yet, but I can do some knee push-ups. Okay. Number one, wild that a 13-year-old is feeling this type of way, especially about himself or themselves. They never specified if it's a guy or a girl. I think it's a guy. Anyways, whatever. 13-year-old kid is feeling very fat and very weak, knows what BMI is, and is concerned about this type of stuff. It's just, I feel for the kids who are living through this social media phase, like, oof, I would not want to be in your shoes. So y'all have to get thick skin very quickly. So I feel for you guys on that. Anywho, so I replied to this person and said, like, I can offer you some insight. First, they are very young and they're still in school, which, lucky for them, they could join a sports team. They, could get into some clubs, stuff like that. The person never replied, so I don't know what their school situation is. But again, sports are a really good way for young people. If you have kids or if you are a kid watching this, hello, get into sports. Sports is a great gateway into physical fitness and health. And just establishing discipline, creating plans, and just connecting to like lifelong friends. I told this person to forget about the BMI scale right now. Like, it's a little outdated and it doesn't really measure everything with body composition. So it's like, just let's let go of that for right now. I recommended them start walking more. There's a lot of social media accounts out there because, again, since this person is on Reddit, I'm guessing they're on Instagram and whatnot too. So there's a lot of calisthenic stuff out there. But I told them for right now, I would do 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 15 sit-ups, 10 lunges on each side, couch or bed dips or chair, whatever. Plank holds for as long as you can, 3 times a week. And then every other week, add 5 more to each thing. So that's a good way to start. Again, biggest thing, go play a sport, especially as a 13-year-old kid. Like, oh, that's crazy that kids that young are thinking about these types of things. So, but yay for wanting to be healthier. Okay, last question for this video. Title is, can't straighten my arms after first gym session. Hey guys, I hope a lot of you are doing well. That's so sweet. I'm extremely underweight 17-year-old who had his first gym session day before yesterday. I noticed as soon as I was done, I couldn't get my arms to straighten. They hurt when I try and straighten them, and instead of straightening out when I relax them, they tend to stay bent. Is this normal? How long would it take to get better? Because this does hurt, and if there are there any signs that this is something bad? Thanks for helping. I love when people, it's like what they write like you're in front of them. So I really love that. You're not alone, by the way. So I did reply to this person. This is pretty normal depending on the type of workout they did, especially like biceps. Biceps, like when they're sore and they're tight, it just hurts to lengthen them, especially since this person said that they are new to the gym. They are new to lifting and new to the delayed onset muscle soreness. Very normal to have that afterwards. I would almost suspect that they are low on certain nutrients, but again, I'm totally guessing on that. A lot of the time, magnesium, potassium, some electrolytes can help with a less sore feeling after a workout. But again, this is just guessing. I have no idea. And it feels like, yes, you will get sore depending on what you worked out on your body. I did say if it keeps happening again after a couple upper body days, I would go see a doctor. So that only, again, is just to make sure, like, let's say he did this upper body day the next week and it was as equally sore. Okay, that's still a little like, yes, you're going to get delayed onset muscle soreness. If he did it again the next week with the same weight, same rep range and everything like that, yeah, I would probably go to a doctor if he still feels very sore. But overall, like, again, pain, especially it hurts when I straighten them. It's not necessarily a joint pain. It sounds like it's, again, the muscular pain that you get when you do workout. So this seems very normal. Yes, it is very normal. Does it happen all the time? No. Should it always be your goal? Kind of depends on what your goal is. But yeah, very normal. Well, those are all the questions we have for today. If you stayed this long, thank you so much for watching. This is probably going to take me like 3 hours to edit. But yeah, if you have any questions, you're more than free to message me and I can answer them here. I hope to do more videos like this and find more questions throughout the internets. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.